Hi everyone, it's Brandon and Carrie, and we're back. It's been a while. We want to give you all an update because there's been quite a bit that's happened since our last update. And to be honest, I don't even know exactly where to start because I'm not sure where we left off. But do you know?
Oh, it was our last scan, right? Back from the last
We had
scan.
we had a scan that was post surgery, and so I'll just give you an update on what has happened recently. So on Halloween, it was October 31st, or October 30th, I'm sorry. I had an episode of focal seizures, which I've described in these videos before, where I had blinking lights in my left visual field. Well, this episode was different in that the previous ones I just had maybe 2 or 3 minutes, maybe up to 5 minutes where this occurred. Most recently, I had a series of focal seizures that lasted more than a couple hours, and it was just one incident after another. So when that happened, I went in and got an MRI. They ran some other tests. On that MRI, they did notice some enhancement, but it was unclear if that enhancement was due to treatment, being that I just had radiation not too long before that, and also just swelling, which was probably due to the operation that occurred in late July. So anyway, but overall, my oncologist did think that it was likely due to tumor progression, though very slight. So that was at the end of October. The next scan was the end of November, so it was just a month later. They wanted to check to see if there was indeed progression. When Carrie and I saw the results, we were not, I would say, convinced that there was progression, but both the oncologist and the neurosurgeon felt that there was progression, enough progression that we needed to do something. I decided not to do any chemo or immunotherapy. We weren't, in discussing it, convinced that the benefits outweighed the potential risks. None of the options had high efficacy rates. So again, we just weren't confident, and I can say that really the neuro-oncologist didn't really convey much confidence in the different options. It was just here are your options. There are different clinical trials that are available. You can go to the NIH, you can go to Cleveland Clinic, University of Pennsylvania. They all have clinical trials, but there just wasn't anything that, for me, and I think I can speak for Carrie on this, that we just felt like, yeah, I think this is worth the risks to go ahead and do this. So anyway, that was the MRI at the end of November. From that, and since then, we had had visits with both the oncologist and the neurosurgeon, and
Because
go ahead.
you have had these weird feelings. That's why.
I was getting to that. That's okay. I was say the neurosurgeon was trying to, trying to encourage me to have surgery sooner than later. Right now, we had a visit last Thursday, and Dr. Zen, who's the neurosurgeon, encouraged me to have another surgery to remove tumor that's there. He said he thought that the last surgery he could have gone a little bit farther, but did not want to jeopardize my vision or jeopardize other functions that are in that area of the brain. So he went about as far as he could, feeling safe about what he was doing. So and that's what Carrie was going to do. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but
You're right, go ahead.
okay. So the since last Thursday, I've had several what I've learned are called sensory seizures. Essentially, I'm feeling numbness and tingling over my entire body. I had felt these in I'd say mainly my arm previously, but I thought it was just my arm was falling asleep, like it was leaning on it the wrong way. The circulation wasn't proper, but apparently that's not it, and I think that this is more evident since I'm now feeling these everywhere. So even now as I'm speaking, I have just tingling over the left side of my face and a little bit on the right side as well. So since that, we've reconsidered. We were going to push surgery off to until after the holidays, but what we've learned about the brain is that once an area of the brain is compromised, it's it. And I've learned this now because the occipital lobe here on my right side, I think that would be referred to as the left side. So as you're facing me, it's the left side. I've lost my left visual field completely. So, it's hard to describe this to people, but essentially, my left eye works just fine. My right eye works just fine. But if I'm looking straight ahead like I am right now, I see next to nothing on this side. If I turn my head, I can see there. But so, if
It's like
go ahead.
the left half of each eyeball. The left, that's how the doctor was saying it. Like each eyeball. In each eyeball.
Okay. There's only a certain point to which it sees, right?
Yes,
So
each eyeball. But I'm saying like some people might think it's just like this side of your, and it's not. It's each eyeball.
okay, yeah. So the best way I can describe it is if you look straight ahead and you can see from here to here, I'm seeing from here to here, and looking straight ahead. So, but one of the things that the surgeon told us is that by going deeper into that area of the brain, I can't lose anymore. And even if I didn't have surgery, that would never come back. The brain, as they told me, does not heal itself. So that gave me a little bit more rest about, okay, if they go in there deeper, they're not going to damage anything. But they also are going to have to go a little bit farther up into the temporal lobe, where I do have some motor and memory function. So that is a concern. So anyway, we're coming to you right now. Here it's Wednesday morning, and we're actually going in today. We've had a lot going on, both here in our home and outside of our home with our family members, which is the reason why we haven't done a video update. But we're thankful to report that everyone here in our home is doing well. My mother-in-law, Carrie's mom, is here this morning to watch the kids, so I want to give her a thank you here. And so we're about to load up in the car and head in for another surgery. The surgery is supposed to occur around 11 a.m. this morning. If it goes as well as the last one, I can expect to come home Friday. But obviously every time they go in, there's more and more risk. As I have previously, I do ask for your prayers, not only for myself, but for Carrie and the kids. There's a lot happening. Final words?
Final words. Yikes. No.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll post this, and we wanted to keep it short because we do have to get on the road. Thanks again for tuning in. Bye.